Hi, this video is going to show you how to use use Garageband on your iPad to record the podcast that you will need to do for the activity. Go ahead and select Garageband wherever that is on your iPad. Up here you will want to click the plus button to start a new recording. Select new song. And then you want to scroll over to the microphone for the audio recorder. That's what we're going to be using. Select that. Now, before you begin recording, there's two things I recommend you do. One, right here, this plus sign, this is how many bars the recording will be. You want to change it from 8, and then you want to turn on automatic. Then it'll just keep recording for however long you need it to go when you keep speaking, so it doesn't limit you. The other thing I would like to recommend is up here where this wrench is, you want to turn the metronome off. You'll hear the metronome in a second, and it's useful when you're recording a song, but it can be distracting when you're just speaking and recording a podcast. So when you're ready, you will go ahead and hit this record button. You'll hear the metronome, and when the metronome stops is when it begins recording. Now it's recording, and I would be able to keep speaking. My partner would speak. We would tell you lots of interesting knowledge about the topic that we are recording our podcast about, and on we go. And when we're done, we will hit the stop button up here. And then when I'm ready to share it, well, before that, if I want to make edits, or maybe I want to add some intro songs or something like that, up here is where you can see you would select to add other, oh, that's creepy. You would add other tracks or things like that, but this is not, we don't have time to do all that. Once you are done, you would click on My Songs. And I recommend changing the name of your song by selecting it. I'll hit that X button, and then I would call this, the name of my podcast is Bias in the Presidential Election. And I'll hit Done. Okay, now I'm ready to send it, and what I want you to do is email it to me. So up here on the top right, we'll hit the Edit button. And then we will select the podcast, and then we will choose the send button. And then I will choose mail down here. For artist name and composer name, you can put your name. For the album name, put, I don't know, something clever. Media bias, maybe. Whatever you like. Then you'll choose email. Now this process where it said exporting song, when you do your whole 5-minute plus podcast, it takes a lot longer than that, and that's okay, just let it keep going. Another thing to note is make sure you have at least a gig of free space on your iPad. You will not need that much space, but just to be safe, give yourself that much space. I think when I recorded a 5-minute podcast to test this, it took up about 200 meg, so not a ton of space, but it's still good to be safe. Just make sure you have a gig. And then you can add, please send this to my email address, my work email, thecatholic.org one. And then down here in the text, if you could please make sure you include the names of the people in your group. So, Sally Smith and Billy Jones. And then you'll hit send. Then it'll get emailed to me. Done up there. Well, up here in a second, we'll see the email badge. Or not. Really? Are we going to see that? There it is. And then you'll know, great success. Lots of points for everybody who did a great job. Okay? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask.